Hi, my name is Val or Valentine Gonzalez, and I wanted to give you a speech and kind of a story time about how I got into the music scene and how much it felt like such a safe haven for me. I first started to go when I was 15, and it was my first ever show. And I had a friend that time, and she used to go to a different school before she transferred here, and she had this best friend who is in this band, and the band is still there. It's called Street Play if you want to look it up. And they were playing that night, and they were playing at a weekend because most shows are during Fridays to Sundays. Honestly, Friday to Saturday is the most welcome thing. And I went for the first time, and the very first time, my dad came and my brother came because it was kind of in this strange alleyway that you could only enter into this room through an alleyway. And it was not the smell, it was like a completely different place. And I went in with Sophia. And I remember for the first time that it was really dark there and there was art everywhere. There were artists who had live galleries while at the same time. And usually that doesn't, for me, future on, I would go to the same venues and that wouldn't happen. But it was a benefit show. And it was for the first time that I realized that all types of people were accepted there, because in my high school, sometimes it really felt like I was alone. Sometimes I felt like I was too weird or I didn't fit in with everyone else, and so I didn't know what to do. And I kind of felt lonely a lot of the time. But when my friend introduced me to this crowd, I realized that they were all such interesting people who expressed themselves in fashion that sometimes they'd have like chains in their hair, or they would shave parts of their head, or things like that. And it was all ages. And it felt like for the first time I could truly be accepted. And I could talk to people about their art and how their process is and how their inspiration is about feeling lonely, or about the ways that they see the world through a childlike lens. And they would sell this art because the benefit was for someone in need. I believe it was a girl who had cancer. She wasn't there, but the benefit was, I think, to support her in her hospital visits, etc. And the bands would come up, and there was this band called the Blank Minds. And it was the first band I saw, and they were so good. And it was weird because I haven't really heard music like that. It was kind of like this alternative, it was kind of pop punk, to be honest, and a little bit of surf rock in there. And it was like the first time I heard that kind of music, really. Well, I've heard surf rock a lot through streaming, but I meant live. And the crowd was so small because it wasn't like your regular concerts where it was mainstream artists. And then the person, their name is Flora now. Their name is Flora now. And they jumped off of the stage and they joined the crowd and mosh pitted with us. And they were singing as they mosh pitted. And it was so amazing. And it was so surreal seeing how someone who was singing to us, someone who is on the stage, and there's like usually this separation of when you're on the stage, no matter who you are, no matter how small or big the crowd is, there is still an imbalance of power because we are all coming here to see them. And the fact that they jumped down and they join us, which later I realized is something that is normal in these scenes, was really beautiful because it wasn't like we were just supposed to admire them from a different perspective. It was like we are a family, and this family is just singing to us. And we are all here in this moment where we enjoy each other and we are here for the music. And it's not about ego and it's not about pride. It's just about being there for the art and the community. And Street Play played also, and it was amazing. And it felt like exactly the same thing. And it just really taught me about how you're not really alone, and there's more scenes out there than you think there are. And there are more places that are accepting and will make sure that you don't feel alone. And since then, I haven't stopped going to shows. I haven't stopped making friends. And it really helped with my self-confidence and my love of art. So, thank you.